Hi there, it's Lori, and I'm here with a classroom story from many years ago. Uh, Not quite 20 years ago, but pretty close. This particular year, I had several students named Jack. 3 of them were in the same class at the same time. I don't know why. So, this story is in honor of Charlotte and Jack. So, hopefully, you see it. Anyway, so I had these students who are named Jack, and they had gotten there early to class one day, and they had, each of them had written on the whiteboard in the back of the room, Jack was here, I am Jack, like all kinds of things, okay, with their name. The next class comes in. I believe they were freshmen. The next class comes in, and they were either juniors or seniors, so much older students. And so one of the kids in the back, like, sat down and was like, "Who's Jack?" And me having the sense of humor I had to say it. "You don't know Jack? If you know, you know." It's funny. I'm sure Jack has heard that joke a million times. But in that context, it was really funny because the student took me very literally. And I was like, yeah, I was being funny, but it's a freshman. So it was one of the freshmen named Jack. One of them. I don't know. You don't know the Jacks, really, is what I should have said, but it wouldn't be funny then. You don't know Jack. So every time I hear somebody use that phrase, I always think of those kids. And now I think of Jack too. Charlotte and Jack. Anyway, I just called him Jack. I apologize. Unless you love The Incredibles, in which case you're welcome to be Jack. All right, so my finished object, the crochet is finished. I have to figure, well, yes, the crochet is finished. This is going to be the wall hanging. That's the wedding gift for the Canadian couple. I may put their names on it. I'm not sure. It might stand alone. I have to attach the dowel and do all that still, and sew on the maple leaf. But the crocheting is done, and I love it. I went with the wheat stitch. It's really hard to see, but I do like that it brought that color back in, and it makes it stand out really nice. So I started with this yarn. This is Peaches and Cream in Oasis. As far as I know, I had a full skein or very close to it, which was 2 ounces, 95 yards. I got about halfway, and I'm like, I don't have enough yarn. I don't recall if, I think this might be some of the yarn that J Paradise sent me, this one. So I go online, and Shannon the Spoony Stitcher had said, hey, I think that's at Walmart. If you watched our really long live, you saw that whole conversation. So I'm like, oh yeah, it says it's at Walmart because it was this specific colorway. Oasis is the name. It looks very much like a Loops and Threads cotton, but it's not quite the same. Well, it's out of stock at Walmart, so I'm like, what am I going to do? So I look up on my shelf, and I see this yarn. This one's from Shannon Another Yarn, so different Shannon. Again, this, I believe, was from J Paradise. Non-content. It doesn't have a channel, like a content channel. But that's all that's left of. I'm claiming these ball bands because that's all I've got left. I don't even think that's enough to make a cat toy mouse. I don't think so. Anyway, so this one's Sugar and Cream Twists. This is actually very soft. I like this cotton a lot. This is also 100% cotton, right? Hold on, let me check. 86 meters, 95 yards. 100% cotton. So this stuff's soft. The other stuff, the Peaches and Cream, is slightly, in my opinion, oops. Hey guys, I dropped it. Weird. That never happens. That's why there's a level called the droppers, because it always happens. The twists is about 2 or 3 times softer than the Peaches and Cream. So this Peaches and Cream, This is the twists. This is so soft. But this is down to scrap. I am going to reclaim this because I might be using this actually to attach the dowel rod. Haven't decided. I think that's what I'm going to do. But there it is. I think it is so beautiful. And it's a nice piece of art for their wall. Like I said, the wheat stitch is much harder to see there, but I am glad I went ahead and stitched around the edge with that. Here's what's left of the cone. I used about half of what I had left. I believe this is called Falling Leaves. This is Sugar and Cream, which is this brand, but it wasn't twists. This is slightly less soft than the Peaches and Cream. So there you go. These are my opinions on, and everything will be linked below. Oh, I need to say, this pattern I made up, I used Brianna K's wheat stitch, and just adapted it for going around. This, the leaf, is Marley Bird, which I made, I think it was December of 2024. It is currently April, the very beginning of April of 2026. I had to think about what year it was. Okay, so this was a full cone, and then I made that leaf. So that kind of gives you perspective on how much yarn that took. It took a lot of cotton. So this will get put back. This cotton scraps I do keep up in here because I use them for either filling cat toys, because I don't like to necessarily put polyfill in cat toys because then they can get it out and consume it, and then they're eating plastic. We don't love that. So, by the way, little secret, not a secret, but I'll just tell you it's a secret. Upcoming, expect to see a cat toy, a pickle cat toy that is like the length of the cat, so they can, grab it with their front paws and kick the stuffing out of it. Not literally, hopefully, with their back paws. And I was going to do one thing, but I think I'm going to do another. But it will be my own design. So there will be a tutorial of sorts. If I crochet it, there will be a normal tutorial. If I use my Centro knitting machine, then it will be just how many rows I made, if I can manage to count them. I'm not very good about keeping track. I'm like, oh, that length looks good. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Tomorrow you'll see a video. It might be shortish, like this one's going to be pretty short. My phone came through there. Well, let's see that. If you hear snoring in the background, that is my husband in the next room. He is not in this room. He's in the next room over. Thursday's his transition day, so he only sleeps for a few hours, and then he gets up, does the day, and then he goes to bed at night, and I'm up late doing this. So if you hear snoring, yes, you're hearing snoring. All right. Thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? Mima potato head hugs. Virtual hugs from me. Please like, subscribe, and join a membership if you're interested in that. Very soon I will be adding more. At least once a week I will try to get you members get to see the video first. But I'll do it better this time because I messed it up last time because I didn't know what I was doing. So I'll do it better next time. So with all that, oh, I need to advertise. Sunday Nights Live is going to be with Armchair Chef, and we're going to be tasting the disgusting, mostly disgusting Harry Potter jelly beans. So you're going to want to be there. It will be on my channel only. Be there. Be there. It's probably going to be hilarious. So the Lories are going to be making faces. It'll be good. Good times. Good times. All right. I've said all my things. Again, I appreciate you all. Hope to see you again. Bye.